4 decades back, on June 23, 1985, Air India Flight 182 took off from Canada on its way to London and finally India. While flying off the coast of Ireland, it exploded, killing all 329 on board, out of which 280 were Canadian citizens, though the majority of them were Indian origin. The 1985 Kanishka bombing, also known as the Air India Flight 182 bombing, was an attack that remains one of the deadliest aviation terrorist incidents. The horrific bombing was orchestrated by Talvinder Singh Parmar. Now, this was at a time when the Khalistani movement was at its heights. Notably, Parmar was already wanted in India before he made the attack. The Indian government in 1982, under the then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, had sought the extradition of Parmar, who was then accused of killing police officers in India. However, Pierre Trudeau, the then Canadian Prime Minister and father of present Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, declined the request on the quaint grounds that India was insufficiently deferential to the Queen. That is not a joke. Canadian diplomats had to tell their Indian counterparts that the extradition protocols between Commonwealth countries would not apply because India only recognized Her Majesty as head of the Commonwealth and not as head of state. Case closed. Well-known Canadian journalist Terry Milewski wrote in one of his books. Parmar then went on to mastermind the bombings of 1985. Parmar was the leader of Babbar Khalsa, a Sikh militant group involved in the Khalistan movement. Later on, a public apology by Stephen Harper, the 22nd Prime Minister of Canada, brought home the fact that it was Ottawa's negligence which led to the death of over 300 people. Eventually, Parmar sneaked into India from Pakistan in 1992 but was shot by the Punjab police. Pierre Trudeau was always criticized for shielding Parmar. Now, many are drawing comparisons and wondering if Justin Trudeau is following his father's footsteps. This comes as India-Canadian diplomatic tensions has flared up. India has asked a Canadian diplomat to leave India in a tit-for-tat move, as Canada expelled an Indian diplomat from the country. This reciprocal move was over Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's charge that India played a role in the killing of a Khalistani terrorist. Trudeau said his government had credible allegations that India's government may have had links in the killing of Hardeep Singh Nijjar.
Over the past number of weeks, Canadian security agencies have been actively pursuing credible allegations of a potential link between agents of the government of India and the killing of a Canadian citizen, Hardeep Singh Nijjar.
The Indian government rejected the allegations as absurd and motivated.
हमने उनको रिक्वेस्ट की है कि वो उनको खालिस्तानियों को स्पेस न दे, क्योंकि उनकी सोच जो है ये रैडिकल एक्सट्रीमिस्ट विचारधारा जो है वो ना हमारे लिए अच्छा है, ना उनके लिए है, ना हमारे रिश्तों के लिए. तो
this exemplifies the already souring relationship between the two nations. Now, report says that India has suspended visa services for Canadian nationals.